everybody, welcome back to Mindful Moments. So remember, mindfulness is what? Mindfulness is noticing my thoughts, feelings, and what's all around me. And so we've been working on all 6 of these mindful life skills. We started with quieting, we went to seeing and reframing, focusing, caring, and connecting. And today we're going to finish up our last lesson of connecting. And so we remember that connecting means to pay attention with kindness to myself, to other people, and the world around me. And today we're going to listen to a book called Wild Mindfulness. But before we do that, we want to practice a couple of our breathing strategies that we've learned. When we do that, we'll be able to bring in some of the other mindfulness life skills. Hopefully we can quiet what's going on around us or what's happened in our day so far and help us really focus on the message that the author is going to share with us about mindfulness. So let's think all the way back towards the beginning of this series, and we talked about 4 square breathing. We're going to do that a couple times. Are you ready? So we breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do it again. Be sure you take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. You ready? Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. Hold. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. Out. 2. Hold. Good. You might remember the other one that we had talked about, where you're going to smell in the flower and blow out the birthday cake. So we're breathing in through our nose again and out through our mouths. You ready? Do you feel your body starting to calm? You can quiet your thoughts. Put away what's happened right before this and just focus on the book, Wild Mindfulness.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just checking out this cool book. It's called Wild Mindfulness. Have you heard of it? It combines 2 of my favorite things. Wild, like nature and the outdoors and trees and bugs and hiking and camping. And mindfulness, well, that's just like paying attention on purpose to your feelings and your thoughts and your body. Pretty cool stuff. Wild Mindfulness. You want me to read it to you? All right, let's go for it. Wild Mindfulness by Laura Larson. That's me. Illustrated by Dooley Sen. I'm adventuring today. I'm ready to explore. The excitement inside is making me soar. The wild outdoors is calling my name. My curiosity and wonder cannot be tamed. As I get in the car and the adventure awaits, I wonder, will I travel far? How long will it take? I settle in and let my senses take control. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. Close your eyes. Are your eyes closed? And imagine riding in the car. Your body can feel the vibration of the bumps in the road beneath your seat and through your body. Imagine looking out the window and watching the road pass by. Your eyes look up further and notice the golden fields of grain waving at you from the outside. And even further up, the sky begins to tell you a story with its clouds changing in shape and size. They fade away until you can't notice the same shape anymore. You are being mindful. We've arrived at our destination. We're setting up camp. It's beginning to get dark out, so I grab my lamp. Beds are set and everything is in place. I step outside the camper and I glance up to space. My eyes wide open, take in the sight. I breathe a deep breath below the dark night. So many stars and galaxies aglow. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. Close your eyes and imagine that you're looking upward towards the deep, dark sky. It's so dark, it seems like you can see each star there ever was shining and sparkling just for you. Twinkling and shimmering, there are so many. If you're patient enough, if you're still enough, you can see the stars form magical pictures, and even more patience lets you see stars shooting up through the sky. You begin to get lost in the stars and start to feel smaller and smaller beneath the giant night sky. You are being mindful. The air begins to cool and grow crisp. It's time for a fire. I gather the sticks. The fire glows and creates a great heat. I'm ready to enjoy some roasted treats. Marshmallows, squishy, sweet, and white, placed above the fire, getting toasted just right. I cool them off to eat with a blow. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. I love some roasted marshmallows. Deep breath in, slowly blow it out. Close your eyes and imagine roasting marshmallows and watching the fire closely. You can feel the heat on your body as it warms up from your toes all the way up to your nose. It feels hot like the sun on a summer day. You can hear it crackling and popping as the flames rise and dance in front of you while they toast your treat. The roasted marshmallow, warm and melted, sends a sweet sensation to your taste buds. The smell of smoke fills the air around you. As the flames grow, so does the heat on your body. Warmer, warmer, warmer. You stare at the fire, not letting your eyes blink. You are being mindful. Time for bed. As I settle in for the night, we put out the fire and I turn off the light. I see a flashing outside, a blinking like a spark. Dozens of fireflies begin to light up the dark. I race out to catch one to admire its splendor. What an amazing creation, I stare at in wonder. Its blinking body flickering a soft glow. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. Close your eyes and imagine the fireflies flickering in the darkness, blinking on, off, on, off. Their blinking spark begins to fade and your eyelids grow heavy. You settle into your bed and you lay your head on your pillow. You can feel how fluffy it is against your head. As you begin to close your eyes and calm your body, you can hear the steady song of the grasshoppers outside singing their chorus to the night sky. Your body begins to feel heavier and heavier as this song sings you to sleep. You are being mindful. Up with the sun, the morning is still. Its brightness peeks over the earthy hills. Today I go hiking, a trail to explore. I'm ready to find treasures on the forest floor. Beneath my feet, it crunches the path all around. Plants, critters, rocks are all waiting to be found. I hike up, over, around, being careful and slow. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. Close your eyes and imagine that you're surrounded by trees on the forest path. The tall trees tower over you, and if you're still enough and you sit up tall, you can feel as giant as a tree too. You walk along hearing the crunch, crunch, crunch under your feet from the dirt and leaves, and as you walk, you run your hand along the wildflowers you come to along the path. You can feel their petals and leaves against the palm of your hand. Coming up from the flowers, you notice a butterfly, and then another, and then another. You see them race and flutter between the flowers and swirl around your head. There are so many, too many to count. You are being mindful. Tired from my hike, it's time for a rest. I lay in my hammock and I put my hands on my chest. I can feel the pitter-patter of my heart slow down. My body sinks in while it floats above the ground. The creaking of the branches above fills the air. The chorus of nature has a song so rare. Hung beneath the trees, my hammock sways to and fro. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. Close your eyes and imagine yourself resting on a hammock, swinging between two tall trees. The gentle breeze helps you to sway back and forth, back and forth. As you lay in the hammock, you can smell the pine from the trees around you and the smoke from the fire still flickering nearby. The trees are creaking, the birds are singing, the wind is whistling. You begin to feel relaxed and calm and still in the wild around you. You are being mindful. Up from my rest, I head to the lake. My fishing pole is ready, and so is my bait. I sit on the dock and I cast out the line. The water is so still, like glass it shines. I'm still and quiet, feeling for a tug on the end. I feel a pull and I reel it in. I hold on tight and I don't let go. My wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. Close your eyes and imagine yourself sitting on the edge of a dock on a lake with a fishing pole in your hand. You've cast out the line and now you're sitting steady, calm and quiet, not letting wild thoughts fill your head. Your feet are hanging over the dock, dipped in the still lake ever so slightly, and you can feel the cool of the water rise up your ankles. The water begins to be so still, like a sheet of glass. You see your bobber floating up and down in the water, and it creates small ripples that grow out into larger ones. You sit and you wait, ready for the slightest tug. Waiting, waiting, you are being mindful. It's time to pack up and be on our way, but my wild mindfulness is begging to stay. I've had such an adventure of exploring my wild. Nature is for everyone, both adult and child. Mindfulness helps me to stop and slow down. I can focus on the present without thoughts swirling around, to enjoy my surroundings and not let wild thoughts fill my mind, but instead fill my mind with the wild of all kinds. Wild is the earth and the wind and the fire, the bugs and the insects, the galaxies up higher. It's what we take notice of when we stop to explore. It's the little things that can often end up ignored. When we pause and observe what our senses take in, we can change how we think and how we feel within. Being mindful is useful for anyone to know. And now your wild mindfulness is ready to grow. Deep breath in. Slowly blow it out. The end. Oh, and look in the back here's some cool tips on how to be mindful at home and at school. Should we try one of these? Let's see. How about gratitude? Gratitude is kind of a fancy way of saying thankful. Thinking of things that we can be thankful for. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful for my nice cozy bed and my favorite snacks that I get to eat. And I'm thankful for my friends and my family and my pet dog, Axel. When we're thankful for things, it helps our brain to think positive, and positive thoughts make us feel really good. That's just one easy way to be mindful. You should try it. Thanks for reading with me. Wild Mindfulness.
So let's review with Nog about connecting. So the author reminded us about all the skills that we've been talking about, right? She said we slow down, we maybe stop what we're doing, we notice what's happening around us. And remember, mindfulness again is noticing my thoughts, my feelings, and what's all around me. And she talked about that a lot in the story. She talked about noticing what all of our senses take in. So just being able to slow down. So sometimes we go to the park or we go outside or we maybe go for a hike and we're out in nature, but we're kind of in a hurry. We want to get to the end of the trail or we want to go see the lake or we just want to run around with our friends, and that's okay too. But sometimes when we slow down, we can notice other things. That's kind of connecting with other people. Maybe you'll notice that there's someone looking sad on the playground or someone that looks lonely and you can ask them to play. When we rush through our day, we miss some of those things sometimes. And being mindful is slowing down and noticing what's all around. So maybe you notice a bird chirping, and when you look, you might see a mommy bird feeding a baby bird that you wouldn't have noticed if you rushed through that trail. Or maybe you stop and you just look out at the lake and you might notice a fish jump or a squirrel chasing after a rabbit. Just being mindful of what's around you. So we connect with others, we connect with the world when we use some of our other mindfulness life skills like quieting and seeing and focusing. And we can help other people. We can find more joy for our own lives. We can bring joy to others and just be present in the moment and appreciate what's happening around us. So thank you for joining us for another Mindful Moments. Just to recap our 6 mindfulness life skills as we're wrapping up our last one today. So we had quieting, seeing, reframing, focusing, caring, and connecting. I'll show you those one more time. Thank you for joining us in Mindful Moments.